Morning, guys. Today's June the 4th, 7:30 in the morning. Come over to the forest, do a little bit of scouting. It's only 66 degrees this morning, which is cool for this time of year, and humidity's down. It's gonna get hot later on today, but as cool as it is, I just couldn't miss an opportunity to come over here. There's a new spot in here that I've never been to before. I've been wanting to take a look at, so I'm gonna try to get in here. And it's about a mile, and I think it's 1.6 miles that I've got to go in here to check it out. Thought I'd go over a little bit of what I carry in my pack this morning, especially for this time of year. I mean, the heat can get bad, and I'm by myself. It's hard to find folks that'll get in here with the rattlesnakes and poison ivy and chiggers and ticks and heat, and just go this far back in the woods, period. It's just hard to find anybody that'll go do it. But anyway, what I carry in this pack with me, I've got about a half a gallon of water. I've got fire starters. I've got a lighter, about a 50-foot rope. I've got 2 of the Summit tourniquet straps like you use to put the stand together with. I carry 2 of those with me in case I need to make an actual tourniquet. I've got a first aid kit, a full roll of duct tape, roll of toilet paper. I've got a full roll of gauze, roll of medical tape. I've got a phone battery backup. I've got I think I got 3 packs of crackers, a couple of protein bars, protein shake, and a jar of peanut butter. Peanut butter is good. Don't need refrigeration. Full of calories, sugar, and protein. And I mean, you know, it makes my pack kind of heavy, but it gets it closer to the weight I'll be carrying on my back during deer season anyway. Keeps me a little bit better conditioned for when I've got to pack a stand in here and backpack full of camera equipment. I've also got a limb saw. I've got a skinning knife, a couple of game cameras and some batteries, a little bit of camera equipment, and a cell phone. And it may seem a little bit excessive, but you know, when you're back in here by yourself, you just never know you know what could happen, and anything could happen. You got to just assume that the worst will happen. And there's people that know where I'm at, so if I go missing, they'll know where to come look for me. But you know, something horrible happens and I'm in a lot of pain, at least I've got what I need in this pack to keep me as comfortable as I can make myself until somebody finds me. So that peace of mind itself is important, and will actually make you go in here a little bit further, look a little bit longer, try a little bit harder, just because you feel like you're prepared. Let's get in here and see if we can find us a deer. This is ground zero. This will be my starting point. It's time to start scouting. We in here with them now. There's been a lot of hogs in here. You see the mud on the trees, all this rooting around. Got trails coming up the sides of the hill right here. It's gonna be kind of tough to discern between the hogs and the deer trails in here. A lot of them's gonna be using the same trails anyhow, so it'll, you know, it won't be too bad. Just have to look, see what kind of tracks we got, and kind of pay more attention for a buck track or a rub on a tree instead of just a trail. There's a old rub on a beech tree the size of a basketball. We're getting closer up in here, so I hope that will continue. There's another historical rub right there on a big tree. I think we're going in the right direction. There's a fresh rub. Looks like it was from this year. Not quite as big a tree, but there's bucks using this trail. That's what we want. Just found a major trail coming around the edge of this, and see it going right up through there and right up through there. Y'all can see if y'all can make out the trail on camera. But there's a huge scrape right here under this beech tree. Under these limbs right here. This whole spot right here was a giant scrape up under these limbs. See that trail is continuing right around the edge of this hill. I mean, it is beat down. Another big scrape right there under that licking branch. Then broke off. I mean, y'all can't tell looking at this thing, but I mean, this scrape right here it's 5 foot wide. So, old rub on that tree. But I mean, I'll look at this trail. I mean, I'm sure there's probably hogs using it too. I think I just found a fresh rub. I do believe it's like an old, kind of old logging road that drops off right here. Yeah, it's a rub. Not huge, but it's a good one. Definitely from this year. This trail, you see the trail splits right here and comes off this hill. Comes down and crosses this little branch. I bet you he's got a bed up there on the top of that hill in that thicket. Here's another big old, just gigantic old rub. It just doesn't seem like the deer have been in here this year. At least they hadn't rubbed any fresh trees much. Another old one right there. They definitely seem to be staying kind of at this level right here. Just not seeing what I want to see, to be honest with you. I think this forest is the only place that you can go where you get out of the truck and you walk uphill until you get to where you're going, and then you turn around and you walk uphill all the way back to the truck. It's like a optical illusion that you're living in. It's all uphill. If you go and find a good sign for 300 acres, don't settle when you've got 100,000 that you have access to. The best sign on 300 acres just ain't good enough. You got to keep looking. Even though you just walked yourself to death, it just ain't worth hunting. Don't go in there and waste your time. Find that best spot on 90,000, 100,000 acres. Make that your priority. We'll see y'all next time.